Everyone, I'm Liam Austin, and I'm here to talk to you about AI literacy, specifically the policy, the act, the NSF AI Education Act, and what is AI literacy and why is it important? Think about the last times we had technological leaps for a second. The Industrial Revolution lasted about 200 years. The digital age of electricity and cars, about 70 years. The computer internet age, about 50 years. I'm not going to predict how quick the AI revolution will be, but let's just take perspective. About 2 years ago now, we had no real existing open source efficient chat AI. To literally in a day, ChatGPT flipped every education institute on its head thinking, what is this powerful tool? I want to talk about policy known as the NSF AI Education Act, which is a bipartisan bill meant to increase funding, training, and infrastructure for learning about AI in all levels of education. But my main focus, the part of the policy tasked with teaching AI literacy in K-12. What is AI literacy and why is it important? When AI first took the education world by storm, the first things we needed to be asking ourselves was, how do we prepare kids to work with this tool, to create with this tool, to use this tool ethically, and how could this tool exacerbate inequality? But you know what the first thing most teachers asked themselves was? How do I stop kids from using it to cheat? Yes, don't get confused. I do believe we need to teach kids how to use AI ethically in terms of what's cheating and what's not. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. That's not AI literacy and isn't a significant part of any policy, let alone the NSF AI Education Act. When the act refers to AI literacy and ethical use of AI, it means children need to learn the ethical ramifications of what AI can do and how it can influence society. In order to do that, kids need to be taught basic AI competence. Let's go back a second to those other technological advances, engines, electricity, and computers all enhanced our efficiency and productivity, improving everyone's lives. What if those advances were ignored in education? And what if we didn't teach people how to use electricity safely or the power of an engine? What if some communities got taught how computers worked and others didn't really? Well, actually, that last point happened. So yeah, what if we ignored the fact that while yes, those technological advancements did improve the lives of people everywhere, did people's lives improve equally? Did they all benefit the same? No, they did not, because poverty and marginalization did not disappear. Think about AI in education. It is more than just a new technology that will drastically improve our efficiency, however equitably or inequitably. It also interprets and produces information, which has an effect on marginalization of groups and narratives around power relations. It's not just as simple as equity of whose children are better educated in how to gain employment using AI. It's also about the ethics of how AI interprets, summarizes, reiterates, and articulates information. In education, many issues are a hot topic, and depending on the community, the teacher, the jurisdiction, history can be told in very different ways. When history is taught in a biased way against a group that has been harmed through marginalization, that marginalization continues. We're still fighting a battle in teacher education on how to teach inclusively and in a decolonial fashion. We still haven't figured that out, yet the AI revolution is happening around us so fast. What are the guardrails? Who is in charge and who is training the AI? AI has already learned how to interpret, summarize, and reiterate ideas, and we've just started this discussion now. So what do we do for our students? What are the implications of an act, any act, NSFA AI Education Act? What do school boards need to do? According to Diapola et al., students need to learn about data collection since that is what AI is built on, and the ethics around how constructing a decision-making system around other people's information, what implications that has. Second, and according to Kong et al., at a young age, kids need to learn about what AI actually is at a young age so they can conceptualize it and think critically about what it can and can't do to the world. Thirdly, kids need to learn from a historical point of view about ethics, the ethics around AI, kind of like what I talked about. History is very gray, but can be very persuasive in one direction, depending on who is telling the story. Get kids thinking about how AI inputs contribute to the conclusions it draws on historical events, social issues, or other significant and divisive topics. According to Sperling AI, AI derives its interpretations strictly from factual data and can often ignore more complex contextual influences. This would affect how narratives about politically sensitive topics get perpetuated. If they understand this, they can think critically and use AI not reliantly, but supportively and selectively. Final implications, since this revolution is happening as we speak. In those past revolutions, do you think the kids of all groups had equal opportunity to be educated in the competencies of those technologies and then grew up and received the same benefits from them? Of course not. We can make that more equitable this time round. AI should be for everyone.